Good morning, everyone. What is up? We did make around $7,500 today trading the NASDAQ. So let's get into a little bit of a trade recap for you guys. So today was a pretty good day. I made around $400 across 15 funded accounts, but then I also did make 1.2K on my TPT account. So that's another. I took $1,000 out yesterday. I'm going to take another $1.2 thousand today, putting me at around $2,000 in payouts in 2 days with Take Profit Trader. I'm also requesting a $6,000 payout with Top Step later tonight. So that is $8,000 in payouts this week, which is pretty cool. And my plan is just going to be to keep on rinsing that little system I have going on, right? I have 16 accounts being traded. That's why it says 16 trades if you didn't notice that. Some guy said, oh my God, because I showed my TradeZella, and some guy commented like, no way you took 42 trades. And I was like, no, I took like 3 trades across 16 or 17 funded accounts, not not 40 fucking trades. I've taken like 3 trades. Those are my stats. So let's get into a little bit of a recap. So buys today was extremely mixed. Sorry, on the daily time frame, we take a look at both NASDAQ and ES, right? We'll notice at this point in time, this low is pretty obvious, right? This low right here. So I want to see this low get taken out, but I can't. What's it called? I can't target that anymore on ES, or sorry, on NQ. I'm so brain fogged right now. I can't use this as a draw liquidity anymore because what happened? There's an SMT there, right? Does that make it invalid? It doesn't make it invalid. I just can't use it as strong as a draw as I originally intended it to because there's an SMT there now. So what am I going to do? I'm going to reanalyze the market. Is there a nearer draw that I could short to, or is there some way for me to maybe validate this move back down here and invalidate that SMT we put in? Because if price continues to just dump, I would still say that's a great short, right? We also have Asian lows. We swept London lows pre-market, and we have London high. If we also grab our fib from here to here, we can notice we're in OTE of the bullish range and have London highs resting above us. So pre-market, I alerted the Discord saying, hey, I'm leaning bearish just because of the hourly time frame, which I'm going to show you guys now. But if you guys want to look for longs, there is London highs above us, which you can see just got taken out. This is what the hourly time frame looked like when I wanted shorts, right? If we grab our range high to low, we can notice we tap 0.618. We are in OTE, right? So we're in OTE of this range. I'm looking for shorts, right? Hourly and 15-minute time frame are both looking bearish. 15-minute time frame especially, we have this 15-minute gap. I want to see a 5-minute bearish closure out of this 15-minute gap to confirm that these 5-minute lows can be used as draws on liquidity. That 5-minute low is also aligned with a swing low here. I really liked this low right here. So I'm going to show you guys what the 5-minute looked like. There. Fuck. Okay, wait. This was the confirmation. 929 gave us a bearish candle closure. We swept this little high up here and then got a change in state and delivery right here. Right, so this change in state and delivery gave me a bearish confirmation. I want to see 930 open high and then close lower after rejecting that. What do we see? Exactly that. Literally exactly that. 931 gave us an open high, closed lower, invalidating all of these bullish confluences. With even though this low got taken, I still really liked this one. I didn't like this low as much just because I did think this was kind of a rejection block, and I'm going to go over that as well now. Right, as you can see, price actually ended up rejecting that, and we immediately just pushed higher. And if we see what price rejected, we can see price perfectly rejected EQ of the wick, right? And we also had an SMT there. I don't personally trade rejection blocks. I don't know how to trade off them. I know how to trade to them, right? I use them as take profits. If I see a big ass bullish wick like this coming out of a bullish PDRA, which in this situation we had an hourly order block and then hourly gap, right? We have this hourly gap, we have this hourly gap here as well, and we have this hourly order block. and this hourly order block that we're expecting so many bullish confluences on the hourly time frame. I just saw price dumping and wanted to catch on to the momentum because I had a draw in mind. Then I saw a point where, if I'm being honest, we had a bunch of bullish PD rays, but I really thought price was going to dump, right? And it still might, honestly, but I really thought we were going to be bearish for the day. So my bias was extremely bearish. If I thought price was going to rip the way it did, I would not have taken the short. Even though it was a good setup, I don't take good setups if I see that they're not aligned with my bias, right? So my bias was this low. And I was incorrect, but I still capitalized on the move, right? So this was too close to call a gap, right? Like the widths are so close, I can't tell if it's an imbalance or not. Could literally just be a data error. So I still had it marked out. I loved this low and I loved this low here just because it was right above the EQ of the wick, right? And if you guys want to learn more about it, search up Powell Trades rejection block. He is the pioneer of it, right? He's great at that, right? If you want to learn my system, I have a free course on my shit as well. But if you're watching me, you already know what I teach, right? You know what I teach, you know what I preach. I'm also working on a really good psych video for you guys this weekend. I think you guys are going to love it and generally benefit from it because I've never seen anything like it before in the industry. And that is not me trying to sound like I'm marketing. That is a genuine thing I realize no one's talked about. But I'm going to go over the trade now, right? So 5-minute flipped. What do? We open high at 9:30 into the changes in delivery on the 30-second time frame. What do we get? A strong closure. This is exactly what price looked like when I entered. This is beautiful, right? We have our draw on liquidity. We have EQ of this. And we have this. What do I see now? Let's take a look at ES at this point in time. ES is all the way here, right? Sorry, all the way here. And our draw on liquidity is the 835 low, which is this one, right? So let's take a look at what price did, right? It's the 830, yeah, 835 low, which is that one, all right? Price is going to push lower, right? And I believe at this point in time, it actually did. Did it take out? No, it did not. It still did not take out the draw. Okay, perfect, yeah. Here we go. I closed here. Why did I close here? Because like I said here, you can see there's an SMT at our objective with ES, right? I don't know if you get how well you guys can see ES, but there's an SMT right here. This low got taken out by the 932 and 30-second candle, while the NASDAQ swept this internal low. That was a pretty significant wake up. I was kind of worried when I saw this move to the upside. I was like, damn, I might have just caught the reversal long. And then we ended up dumping right back to the low we put in originally. I ended up fully closing there, securing my profits. And if I held, it would have played. Shortly after, a minute after, it also hit my full take profit. However, I like to play my trade safe. I like to secure my allocation. I was risking around $600 on this trade, I think. Or sorry. I made 440 points. I was risking $500 or $530, right? I was in 5 micros. I've been trading micros, and I've been really liking them. I haven't been opposed to them at all. I've been trading just because of how volatile the market has been. That is literally it. Just because of how volatile the market has been, I've been liking micros, right? But hopefully the volatility clears up and I can go back to trading minis, but I don't mind it at all. I kind of just adjusted my position sizing. Now let's leave this and see where price is at right now. Okay, London highs got taken, but yeah. Pretty predictable day, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people struggled today, and I can see why. It wasn't the cleanest. And for longs as well, I will tell you, I don't think I see an entry. I would take this. I would definitely take this one. On the 30-second, we came into this gap. I mean, we inversed it, but I would like the way that we pushed higher here. London highs. Negative risk to reward. So this is not a trade I would actually take just because of how shit the risk is. This is a 70-point 30-second candle. Look how volatile the fucking market is. This is ridiculous. But yeah, pretty simple. execution, but this is not a trade I'll take just because of how stupid the fucking risk is. Maybe there was something clean there in the 15 second. That's not something I'd be willing to play with. The 15 second, this is a very clean internal model as well. Literally respected 0.618 to the tick and then got a change and stayed in delivery. Go long here, targeting this high. Stops below this low. This is a very, very clean trade, right? On the 5 minute, we also got a retrace on the 3 minute gap. Yeah, wait, I really like this one. Wow. Oh, it was even nicer on the 1 minute. I'm an idiot. Okay, way cleaner on the 1 minute. Order block, 0.618 of the range. Displacement, is that a 1 minute inverse? No, I would take this. This is a beautiful long right here, right? I hope you guys all took something out of this video, and I'll see you boys tomorrow, right? Any questions, feel free to join the Discord. I'll leave the link in the description. Everything is 100% free, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.